Guys, welcome back. Here we are with a very, very ripe banana that I let ripen on purpose because I want to do a little experiment with the red wigglers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just open this up a little bit here, and I'm going to lay the banana like this, and I want to see how long it takes them to eat it. I'm not going to cut the skin open. I'm just going to let it sit here, and we're going to see what's going to happen. I did check on them, by the way, and they're doing fine. So we're going to do that, and we're going to see. Over here, I took some food out of the freezer for them, and I have this empty bin here so that I could just throw this in here because this is solid. I don't think I should give that to the African night crawlers like that. I'm just scared it's too cold for them. They might freeze and die. So I'm probably going to add this to the European night crawlers, which we could go over here and move aside a little bit of stuff. Look at them. These are some nice worms. So let's do this. Let's put some in this corner of the frozen watermelon. This is all coffee grinds, by the way. I'm just going to grab some like this. There we go. Now I'm going to sprinkle. See the coffee grinds? I just use coffee grinds that are dried out. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit on top. And we're going to cover them. Now I don't need to wet this because that's frozen, and it's gonna wet everything once it starts defrosting. So yeah, sometimes when I have a lot of coffee grinds, I just put them here and kind of smush them a little bit, and they dry out. You have to wet them. You have to mix them often though; they'll start molding. But I just had a lot, and I did this. I normally don't do this, but I thought it was a good idea. And the worms, you know, they like it. They really like it. So the red wigglers that got that banana, we're gonna sprinkle some of this around. Worms love coffee grinds. I wasn't sure if you could put them in the bin without brewing them first, like just coffee right out of the can. And there's another lady I saw that she said you can. And that she does it all the time. So we'll give it a try. Let's give them, let's see. I think I'm just going to leave them with that. And then we're going to close this up over here. .360 Africans here. African night crawlers, the big boys. Look at that. They're doing well. It's not too wet in here, but it's not too dry. It's like the perfect moisture. I noticed that they're eating like a lot of the cardboard. So these worms do love carbon. Oh, look, a little baby on the cardboard. So they are breeding. See the baby? Which is a good sign because that means that there'll be more for me. You know, when I first got these, I was a little concerned. Look how they try to run away from me and go down into the bottom tray. It's okay, guys. I'm not going to hurt you. Let's peek down here and see what's going on. Oh boy, look at them all hanging. So that they're working on that also. So I'm going to wait a little bit for the watermelon to thaw out while I clean up in here. And then I'm going to put it in one of these corners and let them chow away. One of the best foods you could get for your worms is leaves. Dry leaves. In the fall here, my property has 1 trillion leaves. And there are still leaves out there. I just have to go get them in the forest. But this is one of the best foods for them because, well, it's natural. It's natural. If worms didn't eat leaves, when all the leaves from my trees fall outside, I mean, I'd be overrun with leaves. Everyone would. So it's a lucky thing that we have worms that take care of that problem for us. So my worm factory, this one, it didn't come with one of these trays. So I just got this bin at the dollar store. And it fits perfect and it works fine. Now, how long do these guys take to reproduce? I'm not sure. Probably the same as the others. Like every 3 months, you'll start seeing like little babies and things, and that's how you know that they're doing their thing. You notice how African night crawlers are a little darker in color? Look at them. They are darker. They're pretty warm. So let's put him back. Cover him up. So the way I get paper like this is through my shredder. I take the toilet paper tubes and the paper towel tubes and I open them up completely and then I just put it through my shredder. And my family saves them for me. Oh, look at this. This was a bunch of grapes and look, there's a worm hanging on it. They ate all the grapes. Let's go put that back in that corner where he was. Now, how long will it take that stem to break down? I don't know. We're going to see. Sad to say, but the Alaskan ice worms, like, I don't see many in here. I think I'm going to just have to start over with this bin. I really don't see them. And this is moist. It's not sopping, but it's not dry. I don't know. I don't know what happened to these worms. Sad to say, but I don't know. I wish I knew so that I could correct the problem. But with vermicomposting, I mean, it just happens. Oh, here's one. But I'm also finding a lot of cocoons, like this one. That's a worm cocoon. So I'm not going to get rid of this because I am seeing a lot of cocoons, and I'm hoping that when they hatch, you know, we'll have a lot of babies. So hang in there, guy. Hang in there. Don't die on me. Here's another one. Oh, that was a leaf. It tricked me. So we'll see. So I'm keeping this moist and covered. I'm keeping this just like I would any other worm bin. And I'm hoping that we will get babies because there are cocoons everywhere. The moment these worms arrived here from Alaska, like that afternoon, I caught them breeding. So they started off right off the bat. So I think that's why there's a lot of cocoons in here before they died. Like, I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to keep this going, and I'm going to keep it nice and moist, and then we'll see. I mean, if I don't feed it like food for a while, it's okay because the leaves are also a food besides a bedding. So they'll be okay eating leaves. But once I get them going again, you know, then I'll increase the food and I'll add other things. But, you know, I don't want these guys to die. That makes me a little sad. I was so excited to get them. So let's cover these up. And they're going to be okay. So I'll keep you guys posted, guys. And please subscribe and like my channel and watch my videos. And it really helps me out. And hopefully someday I'll be monetized like everybody else. All right, guys. Take care. All right, so it's been a few days since I put the banana in these things. And I'm going to show you what happens when you put a banana. It's a very easy way to bait worms. If you really want to like just catch a bunch to start another bin, this is a great way to do it. So these are the red wigglers, and we're going to look at them first. Now I never know what I'm going to see when I open this, so let's see. Oh boy, look, the minute I open this, they like just start running away. Invasion, she's coming. Look at that. Let me see if I could pull this a little forward. Okay, good. It's holding itself up. So here's the banana. And it's molding But let's say I wanted to bake these worms. Now watch. I know this is so gross. Look at them all down there. So I would just grab that little bunch and just throw them in my next bin. So that's a really easy way to do it. The banana has to be really ripe though, like dark and mushy on the outside. They'll definitely go after it. I've also done this with watermelon. But this one, I don't know, it just seems like an easier way to do it, and it doesn't produce as much wetness in your bin. The watermelon is very wet. So when I do watermelon, I never add, oh, there goes the lid. I never add like extra water to it because I know it's going to be wet. So let's check on these guys. These are the African night crawlers. Let's see what they're doing. Look at them. They're doing great. They're nice big worms. You know, I touch them and they run. Oh, she's going to get us. They're doing really well. I noticed that they do eat like a lot of carbon. So people that have given me like advice about them and said that, it is absolutely true. They love carbon. Especially like this shredded cardboard. They seem to be devouring it. And the leaves, they're eating the leaves, but not as fast as I expected them to eat it. Look at them. Well, worms, you know, they're all worms, but they all act different. It's like they all have their little own personalities. Like, look at, why are they all hanging out in this corner? I have no idea. It doesn't feel any wetter there. But they're doing great in this Worm Factory 360. No, this isn't the 360. This is a regular one. So look at them hanging down here again. You know, that's okay. So they're doing fine. I'm going to have to rescue the lid of the other one once I'm done with you guys here. So let's check the European night crawlers. Okay, let's see what they're doing. Now you see this liquid? My bin is too wet. Oh, look at them all. I did the same thing with the banana. Now let's see. Now you notice all my Euros, they're really little. Look at this. Boy, I'd be able to catch a lot of Euros with the banana trick. I can't help but to grab them. I know. It's weird. Oh my gosh, look at this. They're like, hey, put me back. I want to keep eating the banana. So that's a cool little trick for you guys on how to bait them. So we're going to leave them alone and let them get back to the banana. So I have a little update on these Alaska things. When I opened the lid like this before, when I took it off, I had put a little worm chow over here and I actually saw movement. So I think that the few adults that were left in here have survived, and I bet some of the eggs that were in here are starting to hatch. When I do this, like, I never really find the worms, but I know I saw movement, so they are doing something. And the worm chow is disappearing slowly, but it's disappearing, so I know that they're definitely eating it. Now this bin feels a little bit dry to me, so I'm just gonna mix it up and then I'll spritz it, and then we'll put more worm chow on the top and see how many days it takes that to disappear. But I'm glad, you know, I thought they were like 100% dead, but I guess they're not. So it'll be a good thing to see them live. I mean, I didn't want to lose them, you know. They supposedly have a different genetic thing in them to let them withstand winter a little better. So we'll see how they do. But I'm pretty sure that there's something going on in here. So that's a good update. Well, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you next time. And take care. Bye.